Hi everybody, we're at Tristan and Adam's unit. Now I've retired, I'll be doing more videos here instead of at my own place, and be doing more of what Tristan and Adam do with their window cleaning business. So what we're going to do today is talk about their new row system and filling system. I think it's pretty awesome really, and this is the sort of thing you really need if you're going to get, increase your volume. You're going to have more than one van, etc. Anyway, here we go. There's Tristan. Just tidying up a bit. Here he is. So tell me about this thing that's on the wall here. I mean, I used to have a row system, but it was a little tiny thing, and I left it out in the frost years ago, and it broke.
Well, we got this system from Lee Martin at Blade Right Cleaning Supplies, and well, contact him if you want a price, because it varies dramatically depending on all the things that you want included in the system. We went for something that will produce 0 ppm. We're not interested in ppb, just ppm's fine.
Yeah.
And we didn't go for many extras or anything like that. You can get like bigger DI vessels, and you can get more filters, for example, different booster pumps, all kinds of things. But we went with what we've got here. So we've got the sediment filter here, we've got a carbon filter, reverse osmosis, and we've got a DI vessel. This is our inline TDS meter, which reads what's coming out of this, so out of the RO here and going into the DI vessel, and it also reads what's coming out of the DI vessel into our tank. Now our tank here, we've got 1,000 litres. We're going to be upgrading this to considerably more volume, somewhere in the region of about 5,000–6,000 litres.
Wow.
This has a float switch in here, if you want to look there. So when that drops, it puts the system on automatically, and then once this comes back up again, then it shuts off the system and it does a automatic flush. So it keeps all the filters in as, it keeps this in as tip-top condition as possible, allowing the resin to last for longer. So next thing is we have a submersible pump which is connected to this, I think it's ½ inch. What is this, ½ inch? 1.5 inch.
Yeah, it's
pipe.
big.
Yeah,
it's big, isn't it? So it's actually inside there, isn't it? The submersible pump. Obviously,
at the bottom there.
I don't want to drop the camera in.
There's other bits in there as well. That something's fallen in there.
Looks like a cat.
Yeah. So this is like a fireman's hose. This thing.
It's enormous, isn't it?
It's really big. Yeah.
Look at it.
All we're going to do is put this into the tank in the van. Just open this valve up. We have to turn it on here, but we actually have it connected so we can turn it on with our mobile phones.
Oh, right.
Which makes it even better, because you can be at the van.
That is so cool.
And just turn it on with your phone.
Yeah.
This will fill very quickly. I can't remember exactly what the litres per minute is, but we're usually there for about 4 minutes, 5 minutes, and it'll fill our 600 litre tank.
Oof.
So
that's
everything
good.
that we got there.
So if you've got a queue of vans, then that's going to be pretty good.
Well, we're probably going to be selling water at some point from the unit once we've got more capacity.
A brilliant idea.
And having like a pipe or something that's going to be going outside to, some way of filling automatically, so we don't need to be present. But that's the plan, yeah.
I see you've got some vision there on the wall as well.
Yes,
so.
we use vision.
Oh,
so
brilliant.
we put in,
how much you put in?
on here, so it's 10 millilitres of this vision. We put into a tank of 1,000 litres of pure water. As we're using a hot system in our vans as well, we use hot with vision, and it's like even better.
Yeah,
and
I can imagine.
The cleaning power is just, it's phenomenal,
awesome,
and the efficiency is greatly improved, in my opinion.
Oh my goodness. So you got the inline TDS meter, which you have on the board there. So how come there's 2 different connections here? You've got the red one and
so
the blue one.
As I was saying before,
what's going on there then?
This is what's coming out of the RO. So the red one is what's coming out of the RO, and it's telling us what the TDS of the water that's coming out of the RO and going into the resin, the DI vessel, is. So this is currently about 1, which basically this is producing 1 TDS, and then this is only having to polish off 1 TDS.
So
and
it'll
then
last forever, won't it?
Yeah, the blue which is out, comes out. So when it comes out of this pipe, it's zero. There's nothing in the water at all, and that tank is completely pure.
Between the two.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all that that's for.
It's fantastic.
I'll quickly switch the system on. The tank's already full, so it won't do a great deal. So we have the water turned on all the time in here, because we have the tap over here, and we just control it with this, and this just allows the water to go into the system.
Oh yeah.
And fill these up. So what it's doing right now is it's doing a flush, or it's not even doing a flush actually, because it's full and it's got no reason to do anything.
Yeah, so we can't
But what it
demonstrate
would
that.
do is these valves will open up, and then it will do a flush of the system, and it will bypass the resin.
Oh,
and
right.
It will go out of here. You can see it comes through here, this valve, and then it will bypass, and it will just get rid of all the wastewater whilst it's cleaning the system out, maintaining the filters for us.
So what does this mean here?
That's our ratio
Yeah.
for pure to waste water. So it takes roughly,
Is that good?
yeah, well, it's roughly 13.6 seconds of pure water. That's 1 litre. It takes that long to make 1 litre.
Well, that's,
And 6.4 seconds to create a litre of waste. And the point of that ratio is to make, increase the longevity of our filters. So having that ratio is good, because it's not making the system work too hard to produce the pure water.
oh, brilliant. So
it's
that's
quite,
it. So
it's quite straightforward. We even, this is a booster pump, this, by the way, if you're wondering what this is.
looks pretty big.
Yeah, it's a pretty big booster pump, because I think that we've got quite low pressure in
Yeah,
this.
from the mains.
It's not the worst, but it's it's not the best either. So having this, having the actual water flow boosted before it goes into here and does its thing, really helps the system produce it quicker, and this will fill up in a matter of hours automatically, and we don't need to be here. It just does it whilst we're out of work. We come back, the tank's full, we just fill it up, and then you just leave it, and it just constantly stays full, so you never need to worry about running out, even if you've got big jobs.
You intend to get a silo system with an overflow just in case you have any accidents as well.
That's right, yeah.
Because otherwise you're just relying on this this little button here to stop it. This little,
Yeah, the float switch.
the float switch, is it?
Yeah.
Just in case that fails, it's always wise to have an overflow system.
We have had an incident where it failed. It got stuck because we had it, when we fitted it originally, we fitted it wrong, and the actual barb that has the float on it, it broke. So it got jammed, and it just overflowed the tank, and half the unit was full of water. Doesn't matter. We're in here, it's a hard floor, and it's not going to cause any problems. But you don't want things like that. It's a lot of waste water, and we had to vax it all up, and it was a bit of a pain in the backside. But usually these things, if you fit them correctly, no problems.
Yeah.
There are alternatives. There are other ways of doing it. You can have the levers. You can probably have a digital one. I'm not sure, but we opted for this. It's very straightforward. It's very cheap. It works.
It's always a learning curve with everything, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
So anyway, that is absolutely awesome. That's brilliant. So look forward to the next stage, the next video.
Yeah.
And thanks a lot. So that's definitely a job done from me.